We delay the Bob Hope program for important news. President Roosevelt has just ordered a work week of 48 hours in 32 labor shortage areas. But the order does not change the 40-hour-a-week law. The areas affected include Connecticut's industrial cities, Washington, D.C., Baltimore, Buffalo, Mobile, Akron, Dayton, Detroit, San Diego, and Seattle. The order means all employees in the 32 areas must work 48 hours instead of 40, but they will receive overtime pay. The announcement made by Economic Director Burns says the order is designed to use all the nation's manpower in our 1943 war plans. Burns says those plans include an invasion of Europe, says it will be the greatest military operations in history. Burns says these plans call for additional millions of men in our armed forces. This news has come to you from the NBC newsroom in New York.
For the safety of your smile, use Pepsodent twice a day. See your dentist twice a year. Tonight from the Ordnance Training Center at Arcadia, the Pepsodent Company is happy to bring to the men of the United States Army Ordnance Department the Pepsodent Show, starring Bob Hope and those three Star-Spangled Rhythm girls, Dorothy Lamour, Paulette Goddard, and Veronica Lake.
So much. How do you do, ladies and gentlemen? This is Bob broadcasting from an Ordnance Supply Base, Hope. Telling all you ordnance men, whether you load your bullets in a clipper and a drum, if you use Pepsodent, you'll never have a bum in your gum. Yes, sir. Well, here we are. I drove down here, and I noticed there are no hitchhikers on the road anymore. In fact, the only people you see on the road now are guys with A-cards hiding behind Burma shave signs with siphons. But this is a great camp, and you know the women for miles around here join the reception the Army gave me here. You know how the soldiers hold up their swords while the visiting celebrity walks under them? Well, when I walked under the swords, hundreds of women followed me. What a wonderful way to slice white bread. As soon as we got here, Skinny Ennis stepped up and volunteered to donate some of his blood down here, so the doctor stuck a needle in Skinny's arm. They struggled for 10 minutes, and when it was all over, Skinny's arm got a pint of blood out of the needle. And you know, the soldiers here are swell mechanics all day long. They work in the motors of the autos and at night in rumble seats, and they have... And they have machine guns here that shoot tracer bullets, and one soldier asked me, do you know anything about tracers? I said, I'll say I do. I've moved 6 times this month, but the finance company still locates me. My S's grabbed me there, huh? While I was here, I took a ride in one of those smaller-sized tanks. You know what a tank is. That's a coffee percolator that made good. They were testing the tank, and they let me ride in it. Now I know how an ice cube feels in a cocktail shaker. Boy, did that tank travel. It has 4 speeds, first, second, high, and you'll be sorry. That was some tank ride. Just before I get in, they put a helmet on my head, but that's not where I needed it. And our tank went right through a grape vineyard. What a picture that made. Our heavy tank crushing over the grapes, and right behind us, Company B lapping up the wine. And now, once again, we continue our weekly feature, Meet the Armed Forces. Representing the men here at the Army Ordnance Division, we'd like you to meet...
Staff Sergeant James Andelin reporting, sir.
Well, how are you, Sergeant? Say, you're kind of big. How tall are you?
I'm 6'2", eyes are blue. How do you do? How tall are you?
Was your mother ever frightened by a jukebox? What is that? Well, where are you from, Sergeant?
I'm from Chicago, Bob.
Chicago. I've played vaudeville. Yes. Yeah, you windy boys, huh? Well, I played vaudeville in Chicago many times. Didn't you ever know when I was in town?
Well, I could never be sure, Bob. You see, I live next door to the stockyards.
You mean my OD Colonna's fighting a losing battle? But tell us something about yourself, Jimmy.
Well, I come from musical parents, Bob. They were both opera singers. In fact, I was born in the town of Provo, Utah, while my parents were on tour.
Really? What town were they in at the time?
They were in Provo, of course. I told you they traveled a lot. They were in the theater.
Well, really? Well, you know, I was born in Cleveland. My parents were in the theater, too.
Were they actors?
No, they just went in to see a double feature. Well, Miss Vera Vague.
Here I am, raring to go.
Well, don't look at us. We ain't going to stop you.
Aren't you going to introduce me to this handsome sailor?
Miss Vague. Miss Vague, please. James is a soldier, not a sailor. Look at his uniform.
Well, what for? I don't want a branch of service. I want a man. You know, Sergeant, I may not look too well under these awful spotlights, but why don't you come for a walk with me outside? Moonlight becomes me.
Yeah. A blackout wouldn't hurt any either.
No, that's strange. I can't understand why you don't think I'm attractive. I bought this new dress to show off my figure to its best advantage. But I guess it doesn't work. What do you think I should wear to make my figure look attractive?
Have you tried camouflage?
Oh, bless your heart, Mr. Hall. I don't know, you're so humorous.
Thank you.
Really, you're the first man I ever saw who had such a pointed wit and such a flat head. But really, I'm so thrilled to meet a handsome soldier like you. Tell me, Sergeant, can you order privates around?
Yes, I can.
We'll order a couple of dozen around for me. I want to go dancing.
Miss Vague, when it comes to men, you've got a one-track mind.
Don't be silly. I have not got a one-track mind. I have other things to think of besides men. But, let's get off the track.
Sergeant James Anderson. All right, Wendell, tell him about the track.
Sometimes it's smart to have a one-track mind, and that's when it comes to buying toothbrushes. How about the toothbrush you used this morning? On your way to bed, take a look at it. You'll probably find it's wilted, frayed, or soggy. Well, then you need a new Epsiode 50 Tough toothbrush. The new, better toothbrush that has 50 tufts of Fibrex, DuPont's finest synthetic bristle. You see, the brightness of your teeth, often their actual health, depends on the kind of toothbrush you use and how you use it. A Epsiode 50 Tough toothbrush helps you keep your smile bright. It helps you to look your best, and it helps to keep your teeth healthy. Its sturdy bristles whisk over the teeth to clean them thoroughly. They massage the gums in a kind, gentle way. And because there are 50 tufts, you get a better cleansing action. Get a Epsiode 50 Tough toothbrush tonight. You'll be amazed at how firm the bristles stay, how quickly they dry, how long they last, how well they clean. Get this swell-feeling toothbrush at your store tonight. Remember, 50 tufts, 50 cents.